All right, so here we're talking about kites, and kites are quadrilaterals, so four-sided figures. Once again, we're still talking about things with four sides, with two pairs of consecutive sides and no opposite sides that are congruent. All right, and so it's almost like we took a rhombus and cut it open, and took another rhombus of a different size and cut it open, and kind of pieced them together. All right, and so we have these two pieces. As I kind of split this thing, if I look at this guy, it's like almost like the pieces of a rhombus. And then these guys, almost like the pieces of a rhombus, of a larger rhombus, going the other way, okay? So it's kind of like this hodgepodge of things here. There's no parallel sides involved with this thing. So unlike the parallelogram and the trapezoids, there's no parallel lines. So it's got to be the consecutive sides are congruent, but no opposite sides are congruent, okay? And so that's what this thing looks like. And as you look at it, hopefully you look at it and go, hey, you know what it looks like? It looks like a kite, of course. Like the thing that you fly in the air on a nice windy day. You got your cross beams here. All right. It looks like a kite. That's why we call it a kite. All right. So consecutive sides are congruent, but no opposite sides. All right. So we have a pair of consecutive congruent sides and a separate pair of consecutive congruent sides. For example, if I look at something like this guy, it says find the missing sides of each kite. And so once again, we just kind of have to look at this thing. And, the two shorter sides, the two consecutive sides that are shorter are going to be congruent. So right here, if this is a kite, then these two sides have to be the same. All right, so this is going to be a 5 centimeters. And likewise, the longer two pieces that are touching also have to be the same. So these two sides have to be congruent. So that's 9 centimeters. Okay, that's what it means, all right? It's not opposite sides anymore, it's consecutive sides. But again, there's two distinct pairs of consecutive sides. There's one pair of congruent consecutive sides, and then separately, there's another pair of congruent consecutive sides. If I look at the next one, same kind of thing. These two sides have to be congruent. So this is a 4 yards. And then these other two sides have to be congruent as well, so 11 yards. Okay, so the kite has consecutive sides that are congruent, but again, there's two separate pairs of those congruent consecutive sides.